fleet. It's coming.
Welcome everybody to the Dobsonian Power Live Show! Here we go again, a new week, new observations, new, fresh, new, interesting studies. One that is very, very interesting that was released today, just for you. Breaking news! Breaking news. Yes, breaking news, fresh news just for you from the Dobsonian Power channel! Dobsonian Power. A hint about it. One more anomaly. One more anomaly. They just discovered and released the study today. One more anomaly in this weird interstellar object called 3I Atlas, and which the mainstream insisting call it a comet. Guess what? This is not good for them. Bam! Bam, 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 bam! But first, I have already my telescope outside. Oh, what a crazy weekend, man. What a crazy weekend. I was commenting with my wife, we were back in time, man. Travel in time. We traveled in time this weekend in a good sense, I will tell you. It's crazy, man, crazy. We went to another world, here. Nearby. Crazy. Who said we can't travel in time? To a better place. Okay, the telescope I have outside, it's this one. It's an 8-inch Dobsonian telescope, a powerful telescope. Very humble, but very powerful. We have clouds today. So it will be a bit kind of a luck. Either ways, I decided to risk. Tomorrow it will be cloudy as well. But then it will be better, according to forecast, if we don't have those planes that change the forecast. You know what I mean. But I decided to risk because this is important, fresh news, and I will do it either ways. But right now, we had a cloud and an open space, so probably, you know that I'm very positive. Let's see if the universe wants us to see and check. Where is this freaking object? Did it change direction? Did it increase the speed? Did it disappear? Does it have a fleet around it? We will see that in a moment. Let me place my telescope, but first, welcome everybody. Angela, Sergio, Maria, Rampal, Henning, Indy, Nick, Killertown. Oh man, I'm watching very bad because I was spraying the plants before dinner and my eyes are a bit blurry. Okay, let's do it.
Connecting CCTV camera.
If you're enjoying the show, remember to give it a like to spread it all over the world.
Welcome Germany, welcome Dubai. Loading CCTV camera to the telescope. Welcome Texas. Loading.
Altitude, velocity light. 8.5 down, 220 feet.
There we go. CCTV camera activated. Let's connect the telescope.
If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. Opening software.
Connecting camera. Camera connected. Clouds confirmed.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here.
This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main beam undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by, 13. We're looking.
There's a cloud there. Trying to focus the telescope. Hard time, hard time. Mayday. Mayday, mayday. There's another star. Trying again. Mayday. Houston, we don't have clear views of the sky. Alabama. Alabama. Trying to focus the telescope under the clouds. God. There we go, another star. Trying again. They're hiding it. Focusing. proceeding either ways. Trying to locate the object. Trying to locate. Okay, Houston, we have clear views of the location. Let's move the telescope outside, a bit to the left. Manually. Waiting for coordinates. Failing.
Okay, Houston, we've had a problem here. This is Houston. Say again, please.
Houston, we've had a problem. We've had a main beam plus undervolt.
Roger, main B undervolt. Okay, stand by at 13. We're looking.
Keeps failing. Huge cloud. Checking outside. We will have clear views in a moment. Okay, got it. Coordinates identified. The intruder is identified. I repeat, the intruder is identified. Let's proceed. Locating. There we go. The object should be around this region. Locking target. Zooming camera. Object locked. Okay, Houston, waiting for a better view. We'll try to proceed either ways. Initiating sequence. 3, 2, 1. Sequence initiated. Target lock. Balancing brightness. Four stars identified for location. Confirming location with Solarium software. Opening Solarium software. It's nearby a galaxy. The object should be around here, this region, in this location in 24 minutes. Target for 24 minutes. Inserting coordinates. Located. Okay, Houston, we have a confirmation. 4 stars here. The galaxy. 4 stars here. And the object is in fact in the middle. Comparing imagery. Okay, Solarium has a bit more advanced location. Trying to stabilize the views. Coordinates don't match NASA coordinates. According to Solarium, should be here. Between these small 2 stars that we can see here. I think we identified the object, it's here, starting to pop up. Let's wait a bit more for the instrument to clarify everything.
Thank you, Adrian Cosa, for joining our crew, the Explorers. Thank you so much. Welcome. You are an explorer. Remember, I will talk in a moment about the new anomaly that just released today in a scientific peer paper, that they discover a new anomaly in this weird object. It's on my list here. And I just add it. It's fresh news. And it's the 14th anomaly of the list. Against the Comet mainstream dogma. What do they have in their list? 1 item. NASA says. 2 items. It looks like a comet. There we go.
Yeah, confirmed. Houston, this is the object. Coming towards the sun. It's confirmed between these 2 large stars and the 2 small ones right in the middle. Solarium is correct, confirming coordinates. Here's the object. Trying to get better views. Remember, we have clouds, Houston. There we go. There's the object, the intruder. Looks like the same trajectory. At least it didn't change abruptly from the last location. It's doing this cross over Libra constellation as predicted. At the speed of right now 64.3, so a stable speed. Increase these days, though.
Thank you, Jace, for your super chat. Thank you so much.
Super shot.
Yeah, no more days off. We missed you so much. Man, life happens. Look, I have a business, I have family, I have my plans to carry also. And I have clouds sometimes. And yesterday was crazy because I was moving mountains with my family so we could fit everything in our time frame during the day. And we could do it. I was here and I got loads of clouds. I could watch the eclipse. It was impossible. I could watch just for a while. I took a picture with clouds around. It was, and just off the partial, the end. And it was impossible yesterday to watch this object. We were full of clouds. The moon, as it is very bright, sometimes when the clouds were thinner, we could see all that bright. Look, the moon right now, I was outside, right? The moon right now, it's beautiful. It's super orange, super big. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. But you know, I can't do this every day. Probably tomorrow I will not, if there's not more news like today. We have a good a bomb. But tomorrow, if the weather is as forecasted, which is cloudy, we'll see. It's just a matter of luck. We'll see. But from what I saw, it will be more likely the rest of the week than tomorrow. Look, you see the clouds are messing with my views right now. Usually we can get this better and better, and today it's very, very hard to get a view of it. I think I will try to reset to see if I can clean, if I have luck with that aperture of clouds. No, there's a cloud right there. Let me balance this. This is very bad tonight. We'll keep trying. We saw it already, it's there. But we need to wait a bit again. So it will be here. We'll wait a bit more. Sci-Fi Google, thank you so much for your super chat. Thank you.
Super shot.
Thank you. My wife watching, could you tell all anomalies from your list? I will tell all the anomalies, the 14 anomalies that I have, and the 14th, and also 2 additional studies that will show us just that how desperate they are for confirming it's a comet, and they can't, man, they can't. And this one, the 4th one that I just had here, you will see it's against them. It's against them. Well, while we wait, there's the object again. You see, today it's very, very tough. Maybe we have that lack of that aperture, that window of opportunity between clouds that I saw. Depends on the wind. If we have that, we will have an even better view. But right now, so. So let's talk about those anomalies. It is what it is, man. Let's talk about those anomalies so your wife can understand them very well. A receiver to receive a wow signal. I don't know, man. I'm not very, even these studies, man, I read all these studies to understand and simplify them for you, but they get me sleepy, man. It's very boring. It's exciting while we are trying to understand. When we figure it out, and then all those formulas and calculations, it's not for me, man. I'm just a simple guy, man. I just want to know what it is, this, and how it can affect us, or if there's somebody out there, and based on scientific evidence. So I just want to simplify that information for you. That's my job here. But those antennas and stuff, I don't know, man. I don't know how to do that. Thank you, Deborah. Not well, ATM, but This is cheering me up. Thank you, Tiago. I'm glad. Look, I don't know if it was this eclipse. This was very weird. This weekend was mixed feelings with energy ups and downs. It drained a bit my energy. I don't know why. I don't know. Sometimes it boosts my energy. It's weird. I wish I could understand that to share with you. Look, it's very bright right now. Can you see it? Very, very bright. Very, very bright. Thank you, Mike KY, for your super chat, and also for 51 Area 51. Actual, we need to get you an Obsession telescope 18-inch. Oh god. Oh god. Thank you all for your super chat.
Super shot.
If for some reason, I said this years ago, and I have that, look, we have priorities in life, and there are things that we wish we could have, material things, no? But those are not priority. Now, yes, I feel that feeling of watch more objects like this that we'll have in the future. I will keep doing that with what I have. Yes, I would like a big telescope electronically controlled here, so I won't have to go outside. But actually, I kind of like to struggle a bit. It gives more, you know how it feels. It's different than just click a button and have it all. But in fact, if I had loads of money for some reason, it would be one thing that I would purchase a very powerful telescope to have and provide even better views. I will not lie, I will do that. But as it's not on my perspective, so we'll see what life does with my journey here with you. We'll see. Right now we have better than nothing. Look, think positive. Think from this perspective. You will not see this probably anywhere. This is a real-time view of 3i Atlas. Nobody, NASA, they do the studies and those images, and they hide the studies and they hide the images, then they release by surprise, a mess. This is your channel to watch this kind of events. Not only this, we'll have Apophy's and many other events that we'll talk about that in the future. And we will keep monitoring those weird things in space, and probably more than you think in the future. But think positive. It's what we have now. If it changes, imagine that we have the luck of, in this precise moment, it changed trajectory up and then it like a zigzag and goes down again, for instance. That will be watched in real time only from all of you. You will be assisting for the first time in history, for the first time in human history, an object in the sky, a reliable one, because this is not like the lights we see can be the neighbor with a drone. No, this is something that we are sure. NASA has the coordinates, other softwares, everybody's watching it. We know that it's an interstellar object 100%. What we don't know is exactly what it is right now. It can be, there are two sides, natural and unnatural. The natural side has two branches. One, the dogmatic branch, which is saying it's a comet, because NASA says, and because it looks like, which it doesn't, but the dogmatic side of it. Then there's another side that is a natural object, but not quite a comet, something else, can perfectly be. And then there's the other side, the third one, that is the alien or something made by design. In that branch, we can have multiple, just use your imagination, with fleets, with probes, with whatever. Nibiru, whatever. Let your imagination float. My personal opinion about this is that it, right now, today, is that it is most likely something made by design from a civilization more evolved than us, that is camouflaged and is to gather information from our solar system and whatever more that we don't know. But in my opinion, I have a doubt between two things. One, it's controlled right now by that civilization, and they can, if needed, they can maneuver it, or it's a ghost spaceship in space like we have some of them, and it was lost, and it's a coincidence that it's passing here. The fact that we have certain anomalies that are very, very odd makes me believe that it has some kind of connection, still has connection with that civilization, if it exists. The truth, I don't freaking know. I don't know what is it. I don't dare to say it's this, that, or that, because I would be lying. So the people that you listen saying exactly what it is, it's lying to you. That people, don't trust them. Don't trust them. Show me the evidence. Now, first I will tell you the new study, of course, but first, this is failing. Right now, it should be a cloud there. Should be a cloud, and it's not. Now it recovered, it's all green. Today is very hard, man. There we go. Can see something between the stars. You see, the thing is, it's weird, but because it seems usually it should move like this, down. But I can't say. It looks like it moved to the right. I can't say because of the noise that we still have, the camera and the sky. So I will be prudent and wait for more resolution of this. We'll wait. It's weird today. It was very bright that moment. So it's a Tesla project again. Remember that Tesla, man. This is that Tesla that I often talk about here. It's very important for people, especially people that are a bit closed in mind, but like to listen at least what I say here, what we discuss here. Look, this is very important. In the past, recently they identified as an asteroid. They registered as an asteroid. They gave it a number, the designation. They inserted in the NEO database, so near Earth objects, and then they discovered someone discovered by the trajectory that it was the trajectory of Tesla. The Tesla that Elon Musk sent into space. And then they quickly deleted all that register. This is just a proof, a real proof. I don't know what you need more for you to understand, the ones that are a bit more closed mind and only rely on mainstream, that they fail, man. Don't forget, they are humans as me and you, man. They are not gods, man. Stop treating them as they were, because what? Look, I know people that study. If you might not have any degree, but if you all of your freaking life you study how to plant potatoes, you will be the best expert for me to gather information about planting potatoes. And you are not, I don't know the name, agriculture engineer or whatever. You know what I mean? So, they fail as we fail. And they imagine we discovered that was the Tesla because we had the trajectory. When Elon Musk sent, he was tracking that Tesla. So we had on Earth, and we still have the trajectory, the information about the coordinates of its path. Imagine that we didn't. If we didn't, it will be right now in this moment in time an asteroid. And you will believe it was an asteroid. And it wasn't. It was human-made. So very careful about trusting blindly anyone from both sides. Now, the anomalies. They have, for a comet, NASA says, fake pictures, because they are fake pictures. They lied, man. I showed that in the last live stream. They showed you a picture of a tail, and everybody in the mainstream is saying on the news, fresh new pictures. No, it's not a new picture. You can see the same position of the stars. You can see what I showed you, the event when they captured the pictures. I showed you here the live event. They filmed it. They recorded it. And you can see that it was the same capture, but manipulated in a way to enhance and show to the public and manipulate the minds of the public to subconsciously think it's a comet. Forget it. If anybody tells you it's a tin foil, people, forget it. They are crazy. It's a comet. I'm telling you, it's a comet. A comet, a comet, a comet. And it stays in the mind and the brain of that kind of people. Here we seek for the truth. And what we have against the comet proposition is a lot right now. And I just had the fourth one today. Bam! Let's start for the first one. The third interstellar object. By itself, it's an anomaly. So we are not used to this. It's a very rare event we had in 2017. Oumuamua, very weird. They still can't explain the change of velocity, the lack of gas tail, the shape as a cigar. The second one, Borisov, 2019. It was clearly a comet. And this one, the third one, 3i Atlas. We don't know what is it. Second, no gas tail. Bam! No gas tail. Every comet has a gas tail away from the sun. And I showed you here images of captures that I made from comets. For the ones that don't know, I do that a lot. So nobody will tell me what a comet is through a telescope because I have loads of them. Loads of them. This is a comet. This is a comet with a tail. Bluish tail with a gas. This is a comet. Dust tail, gas tail, mixed. They are overlapped here. This is a big one. You see, away from the sun. This is a comet with a gas tail, sublimating. You see, a comet, gas tail. This was all with my telescopes. A comet, huge gas tail. Where is the tail here? There's no tail. Okay, the views are not good tonight, but we watch it every live stream and you saw it. There's no freaking tail. No tail, no gas tail. Okay? So that's an anomaly, a big one. Too fast for a comet. The comets don't have these 65 kilometers per second. Right now, 64 kilometers per second. They usually are they go much slower. No tail. It had an anti-tail. At the beginning we saw, and it still has an anti-tail. We can't explain the anti-tail. The anti-tail, it's called it's a small, it's not a tail actually. It's like a glow that it has in front of it pointing towards the sun. They call it a tail, but to me that is a glow there. You know, something is happening there in the front of this object that is putting stuff pointing towards the sun, when it should be the opposite for a long time ago. At the beginning they were lying again. They were saying, oh, because it's only at 4 astronomical units. Guess what? We are less than 2 astronomical units distance and still no freaking tail, and they still can't explain that anti-tail. They call anti-tail, to me is not. Okay, I buy it. The ecliptic plane. And I will show you another study today that talk about this. The ecliptic plane. How likely is for an object to pass through right in the plane of all the planets, not up, not down, not diagonal, right in the right position, so we can pass through Venus, through Mars, and then through Jupiter at less than 1 astronomical unit distance. 1 astronomical unit is the distance from the Earth to the Sun. Less than that distance. The likelihood of that to happen is 0.005%. Very, very, very hard to happen. And very, very suspicious as well. More. It comes from Sagittarius constellation. What about that, Tiago? What has Sagittarius constellation? It's the core of our galaxy, where a massive black hole is there, and loads of weird magnetic stuff and things that we can't understand. The thing is, we can't point the telescopes there. It's full of dust, full of stars. I can't point everywhere in the sky, but if I point to the core of our galaxy or to a thick arm of our galaxy, the Milky Way, it's very hard because of all that dust. It's the perfect place for an alien civilization to send a probe, because we will detect it later only. Too late. We will detect it as we did too late. So late that we can't go there. We can't send a rocket there. Yeah? Do you want more? Thank you, Alcine Riley, for your super shot.
Super shot.
Water. Thank you so much, Alcine Riley, an old resident here. Great work, Wizard. If your equipment was air-gapped, different outcome. Air-gapped, I don't know what is it. I don't know what is it. I can tell you, this kind of objects, we need large telescopes, not tiny ones. Large telescope. This one is a large one, but the larger the better. Large telescopes to go deep. If I had a large telescope that costs more than, not my two cars together, but more than one car, a new car, if I had that telescope, I would capture a better view for sure. More enhanced, more detail, with less lack of precision. But I would, if you think with me, even James Webb, Hubble, etc., they are in space without the light pollution, without all this mess in the atmosphere, and they still can't do too much right now. So we are good. We are good. Better than nothing. Thank you. Jordi Ferre, Van Leerhoven, for your gifting of 20 Dobsonian Power memberships. You come with a large group of people. Welcome, everybody. You are an explorer. Distance in that ecliptic plane. Distance 0.7 astronomical units, lower than 1, from Venus. 0.4, very, very close to Mars. 0.36 to Jupiter. What a coincidence. What a coincidence. It's hidden behind the sun, another one. You see how many anomalies I have to have a list, otherwise I couldn't. Hidden behind the sun. What a coincidence. Let the Earthlings there. They can't watch us while we pass. We don't need. We know them already. We own Oumuamua. Oumuamua, for the ones that don't know. First, perihelion, very close to the sun. We didn't see it. Second, Mercury, very close to Mercury. And a bit to Venus as well, but very close to Mercury. We didn't see it. Then, very, 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 very close to the Earth. We didn't see it. After pass to the Earth, from the Earth, we got it for a few days only. It can be related. I don't have freaking idea. Another very suspicious, and in my opinion, it will depend on you, very powerful. They censored the images of James Webb. They captured the information in August, and they said they would release the pictures in November. What the heck? In November, an object with this interest in the world. In November, every scientist craving those images to make studies. In November, they said. And then suddenly Sphere X Observatory released some pictures. And they, by surprise, James Webb the day after released their pictures. At least the ones they wanted to release. I believe they have much more. The ones they wanted to release just to confirm what Sphere X just said the previous day. That it was full of carbon dioxide. Which is another anomaly. Loads of carbon dioxide, CO2, to the water it has. It has too much CO2. Another anomaly. Comets don't have that much CO2 with that proportion of water. And the stronger one. Nickel without iron. And believe me, if they could find iron, they should be desperate to find iron right now to see if they can soften the effect and the impact in our brains of this anomaly. Why is that, Iago? Because nickel without iron means by design. We don't have nickel without iron in any comet, in any object in the sky. We have nickel with iron. It's a natural composition when they explode in the stars or wherever they were formed. Okay? But it happens that we have it on Earth. Naturally. No, we made it. We made it as other civilization can make it as well. I'm not saying this is not a proof that was another civilization, but for Christ's sake, take that possibility into account. Don't just lie to us because NASA says. It's crazy, isn't it? It's crazy, isn't it? And the fourth one that was released today. And the fourth anomaly that was just released in the study that I will show you right away is this object has extreme, I quote, extreme negative polarization. Extreme negative polarization. Now, I will not dig deeper into this because it's super boring. If you want to check it and to verify and fact check, very simple. Go to the study. The study is here. Go to the freaking study. Go to the freaking study. You just Google extreme negative polarization of new interstellar comet 3I Atlas and it will pop up. September 8th. By all these scientists here. But yeah, what does that mean? Guys, I will tell you just, I was trying to find the best word or sentence to summarize it for you because it's really boring and complicated. I read it 3 times. I didn't understand very well because I'm not a scientist. But I put it in AI, it's still very complicated. Put it in AI and you'll see. But I found a word here that, what does this indicate? An extreme negative polarization of the 3I Atlas. It indicates a unique scattering behavior. It's related with the scatter of light, the way it scatters the light, with the dust particles and all that complicated stuff they explain here on this paper. But I could understand that it has to be with the scattering of light, and it's completely unusual. No other comet has it. This has a unique way to scatter the light. Bam! Breaking news! Another anomaly. However, there will be some people, and I was waiting for this moment to say, thank you, Chris Green, for your super shot yesterday.
Super shot.
Thank you so much. So Chris Green, yesterday I forgot to read because it was at the end. Yesterday, no, the last live stream. The super chat, it's here for you, my friend. I love you. Greetings to Texas. But I read it. I didn't read it loud. I read it at the end of a live stream. It was there on the screen because I pulled it. And you were talking about thinking that it was not a comet or an alien, but you think it's kind of an asteroid or something. Well, pay very attention because this scientific paper can fit better those two versions, those two hypotheses. One, natural and kind of an asteroid. Two, not natural and made by design. What it doesn't fit is the one that they are dogmatically imposing to us. Although it can be a comet as well. It can still be a comet. We will see soon. If it's a comet, we will see either ways. But I almost wish that right now, as I saw so many people mocking on others from their side, the dogmatic, of course, I would love to see one of these hypotheses. Preferably aliens, good ones, or at least harmless ones. That will be crazy in my life. I will be very, very satisfied with that, and you as well, for sure. But if not, I would prefer to be some kind of natural but very exotic thing that is not a comet. Because everything is saying that it's not a comet. Okay? So why Chris Green will ask after listening to this, the replay? Because they say in the study, and I put it in AI to try to understand, and AI says it can be alien if we think there can be aliens and that can be made by design. It fits that hypothesis, and it fits also a natural hypothesis, which AI of course will say to you that it's the most likelihood to happen. AI, remember, is made by humans from the system to the system. They will always push to their narrative. Always filter that every time you read AI in hypothesis. That particularity, it occurs in asteroids. So yes, it fits also the asteroid stuff, not the comet stuff. And we have here the asteroid engineering laboratory in Sweden, the Andalusia one in Granada, Spain, Université de Côte d'Azur in France, in Nice, European Space Agency, Osservatorio Astronomico di Roma in Italy. You see, many astronomy from Maryland, University of Maryland, Italy, United States, Caltech, you know. Loads of important Bulgaria, University of Helsinki, Finland, loads, you know. I'm telling you this because for people to realize that everyone, although it looks like they are not caring too much about this because the news, you know, every single astronomer institution related with space or astronomy is tracking desperately this subject, obsessively, probably more than me, probably more than me, probably more than me. Or at least the same. Very bad tonight, very bad. Let me see the clear views. Yeah. Okay, I'll do something. I will reset the telescope and see if it seems like it's better now. So let's clean this. Let's clean this. Crazy anomaly. Crazy anomaly. But we have more. Wait for more. Let me just put this as it should be. Negative charge. Thank you for the super chat, Jace. Thank you so much.
Super shot.
Negative charge will excite the sun. The CO2 will act as a reflector. Negative charge will excite the sun. The CO2 will act as a reflector. We are gonna get a lot of solar activity when it's behind the sun. We will monitor that. All fits in. Now I'm tracking. Now it's better. Let me go there. We'll talk later. Let me go there. Let me go there. Look, an object crossing our views. First, let me do this. Refocus because the clouds mess with my views. Let's try to refocus this. Hold on. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. Actually, it was focused, so we were good. But we never know, so... Okay. Now I will move the telescope. That's good. I will move the telescope, trying to keep this near the object. Hold on. And then we continue the conversation. So the two stars are here. Okay. Look, another object. Here. Bam! So it should be here. I'll do it without needing anything else. There are the four stars. Let's do it.
Locking object. Another object identified. Unknown object. think it's here. Should be here. Now the sky is better a bit. Setting.
It's the destiny. Stargate universe. So let's confirm here, just here, we don't need more, I think. Yeah, the 4 ones, and now it's down. So it should be here. Now we have 1, 2, 3 stuff here, another one here. 1, 2, this should be stars, and the object should be around here. It will pop. Just wait. There we go. Bam! Here it is, the first image of 3i Atlas. The second attempt successful.
Houston, object identified. Very bright.
It's still very bright, very orangish, as usual. And let's see the movement. It should be passing here. Let's see what Stellarium says. So it should be in a moment. Let's move forward. Bam. Okay, it will be gone from my view, but right now we still can watch it. So the 2 stars, the 2 little stars, and the object 3i Atlas here, very orangish. You can see clearly the difference of the scattered color, the reflected light here of the object from a star, which is white, this one, or whitish. Some of them are orangish. Like Betelgeuse, for instance, and some stars are more bluish. So that's the object again, right now with a good view. I can't complain. Yep, it's right that. So the sun, what I was going to tell you. We will monitor every movement that we can, even after it's gone. Soon, in a few days, it will be gone. I will not stream like this every day, because I can't see it in the sky. It will be below the horizon. But we will keep monitoring from other instruments what and when it might appear near the sun, and very, very closely the solar activity. I still do that. The thing is that I'm focused on these live views, but I know perfectly what happened yesterday, 2 days before, etc. Right now the sun is very, very quiet. Very quiet. Today. Unless during the live stream something happened. Let me check. No. We have explosions, whatever, but nothing huge in our direction. Then I will be focused in the object direction, so we can figure it out. So it's here. Behind the sun can be a problem, yes. Because behind the sun, it's called perihelion, so it will be closer to the sun, the closest approach to the sun. And it's that moment that we can have the... it can stop, it can slow down, only it can change velocity, it can boost and do like a slingshot with a solar gravity. Thank you for all that you do. Juliana, thank you so much, Juliana. Thank you for being here with us.
Super shot.
So now the other studies. Well, this study, then you can, you can go deep on this, man, and study. Basically, it's that anomaly they study. They compare with the other objects like Hale-Bopp, Borisov, the Comet, and they compared with Bennu asteroid, and they have these images, as well. They explain everything, formulas and stuff. That's the anomaly. The title: Extreme Negative Polarization of New Interstellar Comet 3I Atlas. Of course, every single study from these people of these institutions, the mainstream, they will always pull more or less subtly, pull the things into their narrative. Some are very clear with that. Others, they do it like in a, in a tricky way and shady as well. So they will always say a comet can have this or that, but we need to study more. We need future. It's a modus operandi. They push into the future. The future, more observations. What they are waiting is, and I said to you before, now that this period has already the most impactful studies, the ones that are still being released have impact on the alien side of it, or at least not a comet side, so it's not very comfortable to them. But many others are a bit less relevant. For instance, this one is another recent study that we have. I opened it. I have the pictures here because just for you to notice, these are real images of the 3I Atlas, and I just have a question after watching these pictures. Where's the freaking tail? Where's the tail? Where's the tail? They were telling us in social media, and it's a comet, there's a tail. Where is it? Where is it? Okay, but this study is not about any tail. This study, the title, if you want to search for it, is from 4th of September, so 4 days ago. And it's... Where's the zoom of this? Okay. Near discoveries SOAR, photometry of the third interstellar object 3I Atlas. Photometry is they use astrometry, they use spectroscopy, and they use photometry. Photometry is the measurements of photos. Bam! Near discovery SOAR photometry. SOAR is the instrument. It's the Southern Astrophysical Research Telescope. Basically, in this study, they studied the brightness of it to conclude, see, more images without any tail. And I will summarize it for you. Blah, blah, blah. If you want to go deep, you read. And basically, they analyze the light. What they discovered roughly was And they say here, the object shows a stable... This is about the light fluctuations that we were talking about, that were causing a loads of debate around and speculation, of course. If the object suddenly has some fluctuations of light, it's weird, another anomaly, and it has. And they are trying to soften this thing of the fluctuations. It's what I noticed, not only with this study, but with others as well. And communication from them, the mainstream. They are trying to know you understood in the wrong way. The fluctuations were not like that. And this study is very interesting because it concludes that it had... we conclude that the object has a very stable light brightness, although it's too bright for a comet, but forget it. It's stable, it's the focus of them, it's stable. But we had in early May and June with captures and another study that showed us that those fluctuations, at least 2 bright fluctuations, sudden bright fluctuations that they can't explain. And those fluctuations are what are putting people, speculating, of course, asking questions. Why does a comet, as they say, has those fluctuations of light? And here in this study they say, you know what? They are artifacts. Artifacts! No fluctuations. They were artifacts. Crazy, crazy, crazy how these guys are obsessed. Man, if they were doing this naturally without chasing whatever they want, man, to their lives, they will be much more honest and they will do the studies in a different way, and probably this will be much better. But it is what it is. We have to play their game, or at least understand their game. And they are saying that those flashes were artifacts. What can be an artifact? It's something that when I have a camera here, I see, for instance, this is an artifact. This is an artifact. You see here on camera, this is an artifact. We call an artifact to weird things on camera, whatever it is. But this artifact that it's here, I know that is from an object, an unknown object. That can be a satellite, an UFO, or whatever thing it's in the sky in front of my telescope, at a distance, in space, that cross the view of my telescope and the camera capture it. It generates an artifact. As I'm watching and focusing on 3i Atlas, I'm not interested in artifacts, I'm interested in 3i Atlas. That's why astronomers call artifacts. And they are saying it's an artifact. It's not real. Crazy, man. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. Mind blowing. It's clearly this one. It's orangish. It only can be this one here. No, it's here. I was losing it. It's here. It's here. It's here. It's here. The object, you see the trailing, not a tail. This is the object moving and it will keep doing this. It's here. It's here. There we go. There we go. The star here, the other one, it's here. It's here. The object, it's here. No artifact. This is the object. Real-time views of 3i Atlas moving into space. It's doing the trajectory as expected towards the sun. Not moving up, not moving down, but in the direction of the sun. So that was another study. And then we have a third one. That is a secondary one as well. That was studying. You can see here the formulas, the explanations, the graphs. And the title is, if you want to go deep on this study, Search for Past Stellar Encounters and the Origin of 3i Atlas. Basically, you Google it and you you have a good reading for before sleep. Basically, what they were doing with this study was to track the path in the past of the object until now. It's what we have, the past. To monitor the past. Why? Because of this. Because of one of the anomalies that we have here that says it's going through the ecliptic plane. We have a 0.005% possibilities of that to happen. It should be something weird. Maybe it is an alien. And they were freaking study all the passages to say to us, wait, this is what they wanted to say. Wait, that's not so uncommon with this object. It passed, look, we studied that, the path on the past of this comet, for the dumb is a comet, and we noticed that in this solar system, in this star system, different from ours, it did that, and this star, it did that, in that star, it did that, and we have planets there, so it's not uncommon, it's a coincidence. But the thing is, the conclusion of this study is that it doesn't have that behavior. It only did that with our solar system. So in our solar system, yes, it picked, by coincidence, an ecliptic plane, which is, you have, for the ones that don't know, we have the planets like in a plane. They are not up or down. They are more or less around the sun, more or less in the same horizontal plane, right? More or less. It's the ecliptic plane. But if you wanted to gather information of a solar system like ours, the most efficient way will be in the same trajectory to gather information of different planets. To do that, you gotta have a path through the ecliptic plane. Otherwise, you will go up, you will pass through one planet, for instance, but then the others are scattered there in the solar system. So this is the best way. And it's a strong, well, it's a strong argument in favor of the alien, or something made by design, something made intentionally to gather the information of these planets. And if we had Oumuamua that gathered already Mercury and the Earth, that would complete the full equation of the most important planets of our solar system. That will be enough for a civilization more advanced to know or new information about us that they gather with Oumuamua, or a crazy hypothesis to check the evolution of our civilization after being 4.6 billion years ago formed the solar system, and 4.5 billion ago formed the moon, that according to mainstream most valid hypothesis right now is the Theia hypothesis. So the moon was created by an impact from something, a planet of the size of Mars planet that impacted the Earth 4.5 billion years ago. It did all that stuff with the material and it created the moon, as I showed you the footage in the last live stream. Or, like last time wipe us out, it can be as well. That will be the armless. I'm a bit innocent in that. I'm very positive and I think everybody is like flowers, you know. But you are here to draw the attention to all of it. Yes, it can be a threat. Yes, it can be harmful. Yes, they can know already us from a distance and understood that we are a mess. Look, their planet. They are fighting each other. Crazy. It's a cancer. Activating destruction. Send the probes. Yes, it can be. I won't be surprised of a civilization contacting us and saying, we will destroy you because you are a mess to the universe. But I try always to believe that the good part of humans, of another species as well, maybe they are more evolved than us, and being more evolved than us, maybe they are better beings. It's what I believe, man. Maybe they are not Clintons. Maybe they are...
The Clintons.
Maybe they are good beings that live in peace and harmony. Their existence in another star system. Maybe. Nibiru. That's another hypothesis. A planet. We know that Planet X exists. Most likely. Almost for sure. We don't know 100%. But even mainstream considers that because we have around the solar system at 1 light year away from here, from the sun. We have the boundaries of the solar system very far away. That is called the Oort cloud that we never saw. We know from objects that come from there in our solar system. Comets, asteroids, you know, that are from there. They have that orbit, and from all those orbits they understood something is there throwing those objects. How throwing? The same way as Jupiter throw objects and change their direction from the asteroid belt to the Earth because of the gravity. The gravity pulls and it can shift the direction. That's why you can see in this object, in 3i Atlas, you can see that it bends a bit. It bends a bit the direction when it crosses through our inner core of the solar system. You can see the trajectory is bended here. By the way, just for your information, the trajectory is one, the trajectory and speed. The trajectory was very important to realize that this is really an interstellar object. They have a scale. It's called the eccentricity scale. This one is very almost straight line. It has an eccentricity of 6, which is very, very high. So usually they have much less because they are orbiting the sun, these objects.
Apophis.
You know, different objects. So it's very interesting to know that they were studying all that path and they realized that there's no similar passage through another star rather than this one exactly ours.
The solar system.
The solar system. So those were the news, eh? Crazy, crazy, crazy. It's moving. Crazy, crazy, crazy. How do they call them? Extreme negative polarization. Bam! Extreme negative polarization. Now, I could go deep on this, but it will get a bit boring because even putting in AI, it's a bit, you know, it's too much technical. Too much technical. The ones that like that component, that technical component, go there to the study I showed you. You just Google it and you go there. No matter what it is, it's exciting. That's it. That's the best way to approach this event. Because it can happen something, it can happen that we discover that it's something fascinating, something by design that will be crazy completely, and actually could be a good thing for humans. Maybe, I don't know, we are such a mess that maybe even that couldn't unite us, but if it's natural, it will be also a mystery, because this list is enough to tell us that this is a mysterious object. And if we are lucky, we might have solar intense activity, as you were talking here, and have a blast on it and destroy it, for instance, and we never know, and or break it apart, or whatever. It can happen many things. So yes, it's still very, very important to track this one and figure it out. I will keep doing these live streams. Even don't worry, because even that if it's cloudy or moments that later in the month that I will not be able to point the telescope because it's below the horizon, it's impossible. Any important news, you will know it. Just have to be subscribed because I will share immediately with you. If you like this kind of content, remember to subscribe and hit the notification bell to stay up to date with videos and live streams. Okay, we have here NK. Different materials scatter light differently, so polarization tells you about the dust size, shape and structure. Yeah, kind of that what they talked there. Thank you for the additional explanation. I'm sure many of you would have more to say about that. Study that, the ones that like that. The ones that don't want to or don't have time to do that. You have the simple explanation. It's an anomaly, extreme negative polarization. Thank you, Didi. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Product supply. Thank you for your super chat, Skywalker. Thank you so much, man.
Super shot.
They confirmed the rest. I remember I saw in the study. They confirmed the intense red it has. They confirmed also. They confirmed, what was it? The red. They do, if you read, they do, and if you put into AI, even AI does. They calibrate the AI already. I see from their answers. You need to trick it. They calibrated it because even AI says try to pulse if it is a comet. It could have like this or that, you know, always trying to trick our minds. Well, the path it's linear, so it's as it's supposed to be. Actually, we didn't have during this live stream so far any strong thing happening like change of direction or abrupt change of speed. I can't determine the speed here like this. It can slow down or go faster, but if it's not too much, I can't. My instrument doesn't do that. Super chat. Now, I read in the study also, from their perspective, they don't know the size yet, but these ones are telling that probably it's between 2 and 17 or something kilometers. It will be a smaller range than the 46. Actually, if I had to bet, I have no idea of the size, but if I had to bet, it won't be at least so as large as they say the 46 kilometers, which is, I believe, 26 miles. The 46 kilometers, 36 miles diameter. It's the biggest one, and it's because of the intense light and brightness that it has. It's crazy. They explain the 46 kilometers as large as it sounds because of the brightness, the intensity of this brightness. It's so bright that to fit the explanation that all of this brightness is from the sun, it has to have 46 kilometers. Otherwise, if they say it's 10 kilometers, so how can it be this too much brightness? That's because they are producing their own light. You see why the 46 kilometers? The 46 kilometers, it's something that they smashed into this, into the narrative to explain. It's the only way physically to explain such a brightness in this object, all from the sun. And no tail. We don't have any tail. You still can see that we don't have any tail. This is the movement only. So each image, it's a ball, roughly. I think it should be like an egg shape. I'm alien and I romanticize aliens. No, man, I really believe that there are more beings out there. Not only microbes, beings, and even more evolved than we are. And when you think or you believe that that is possible, you have to think inevitably that there are much more evolved civilizations, and then it changes it all. Because then you start thinking, yes, we can be their food. Yes, we can have a threat. Yes, we can be like, I don't know, an ant for humans. As we see an ant or a rat or whatever, as primitive as it looks like, they could see us in the same way. Look how, and it's not hard. Look how primitive. They eat each other. They fight each other. Well, they eat, we don't know. But they fight each other. What are the chances of seeing it with a dwarf 3? The best chances you have is after perihelion, when it gets brighter. Or if in these coming days it breaks apart or it explodes or something. Right now, as it is, as you can see with this large telescope, I can see only this in the telescope. And as you can see, could see from other telescopes, it's very hard to make a capture of it. And this is not processed. This is all real time. What about the satellites? Because of the shadow of the Earth, there are no more satellites. Of course they are. And they are very bright. And we can see the shadow. That's a misunderstanding of how it works, the sun, the cast of the shadow of the Earth because of the sun. That's why many people say, how is that possible? That everything is black and the sun is behind us, and the moon during the day we can see the moon sometimes during the day. How is that possible if the sun is there? And if it's behind, how is that possible? No, it's so the cast of the eclipse yesterday is a good example. The cast of the shadow of the Earth, it's only in that certain position. The distance that we have, the satellites, they still have enough brightness from the sides for me to gather the passage of them here. Not only them, but UFOs as well. It's all the light that can hit the satellites. Even the moon has tonight is bright enough to scatter light, reflect the light from the sun, and gives this. It's like I'm having a big LED light here. Why can that be possible if the sun is behind? It's light from the sun. So no, I don't need to explain that to my audience. I needed to explain that to you, Leonardo. Ask AI. It's a mothership. We don't know. Why can't we send signals to this Atlas ship? We can. Peacekeeper, we can. We can send all kind of rays and stuff. It acts if aliens, if it doesn't do anything, it's a comet. What about there is no satellite near Jupiter? We can, man. What the thing is, I can't. So if I can't, I have to rely on the information that other people that can, aka institutions, space agencies, observatories, SETI, for instance. I have no idea if they did that, but if they did that, at least they didn't tell us, which is a shame. How can I know? They didn't tell that, but they can. What they will do now is, well, actually it's supposed to have, we are supposed to have already images from that was on September the 4th at a distance of 0.3 astronomical units, so a very close distance, from Psyche probe should have been already gathered that information. But we don't know anything, man. We are dependent on them to release. And you know how it works. And then we will have on the 3rd of October all the Mars probes, especially the most important one, the Mars Reconnaissance, that has a very important camera with 30 kilometers resolution, pixel resolution, that takes loads of time. It's always taking pictures, detailed pictures of the Mars surface. It's very, very powerful, that camera. And it will be closest to that object in the 3rd of October. That camera, the iSense camera, one of those cameras that it has, it's the most powerful one, so many hopes on that. JUICE also from European Space Agency, it's supposed on the 4th of November to be a good source of information for science. Now the thing is, and this is up to you, I'm very skeptical about the way these guys reveal the information. They just showed me with this attitude with James Webb images that they are not reliable. With not reliable, I mean they have been using the information about this object, showing us half of the truth, so we might think what they want, but hiding the rest. Then, this thing with the James Webb images. Man, yes, there's a small percentage it was a mistake by those guys, hiding it, and then released by surprise. But man, it starts to be very hard to swallow everything that is a mistake, that is an artifact, was a mistake. Those stars that appeared and disappeared, that Dr. Villarreal watched and studied for years with the telescopes in the 50s when we didn't have any probe out there. And then they say again it's an artifact, so artifact fits everything. Negationist fits everything. Pseudoscientist science fits everything. Tin foils fits everything. And people like me start to think, well, get off, man. Start being honest with us and stop treating us like idiots or like kids, because we aren't. It's time for humans to know the truth. We don't bite that anymore. And it's what's happening. And if once I was 100% or almost relying on these kind of institutions, space agencies, etc., they were like, okay, these guys will not lie to us, they are science. Since 5 years ago, I opened my eyes, man, for science. And the ones that didn't open, I hope they will do in the future, because it's clear as water to me. So then we have to doubt. We are sheep in a deep goldfish bowl, says Steve. I don't know, Mark, what is it, man? Yeah, but you know, the problem, man, is that in the other side, in the opposite side of mainstream, we have loads of lies as well. Opportunistic people, climbers. The climbers are not all only on mainstream. There are many people that that are outside mainstream that they desperately wish to enter in their group of friends. So, although they mock them, they want. There are people that wants that. You notice that. For instance, in my life I will not have, hopefully, never again a boss in my life, and I don't need the approval of anybody to do my life. Actually, right now I live like that. Me and my wife, we just don't care. If somebody thinks this or that, we just don't care. Because it doesn't affect me, my wife and my kids. That's what matters to me. So we just don't care. If they think, oh, this guy should be a bit crazy, or I just don't care. Middle finger. You know, it is what it is. So I don't want to belong to a group of people that think like mainstream, for instance. They are locked to their narrative and they can't be free. And if I believe that me and you, we are not free, and you know that we are not free, but we can choose to be less slaves or not. We can't have 100% freedom. But we can choose to have our lives being much, much less slaves of the system. But if you want that, you will not aspire to be part of them. For instance, here on YouTube, it's clear as water that doing the stuff as I do, a bit silly stuff, and this footage at the beginning, and
The run to the bunker.
it's not to attract, it's not the best way to attract mainstream people and, you know, to look good to them. It's a 4 on a low F scale. For him, it is, but, you know, the scale, a 4, it means it's not, it doesn't have a strong evidence that is an alien. It's the 4. And he says that to be a 5, that will be a big step, because the scale of Loeb, it's not, I don't believe that the 4 is 40%. I believe that the 4, it's no alien. To have that small thing that says, okay, now it changed direction, it's an alien, and move to the 5 or 6 or even more, you gotta have, it's a large step between the 4 and the 5 in the scale. But it's a good scale, and we should preserve it. Gen X, man. Gen X, Miss Honeybee. You're fun, not great. To you, thinking out of the box. To you, as. That's the difference. That's the thing that the characteristic most of us all have. Some come here just for the information and go. They hate me. But you that are residents here, you like because you are kind of more or less the same. If you are not the same, you are more or less, you know, you live your life more or less in that path. You don't want to be slave, even if you are you want to get out of there. It's because you can't. Life circumstances sometimes lock you, but you still dream of that. While they don't, they are locked. They love to be locked. This is the way I like it. Everything as I want. I will go to my job. They will tell me what to do. That's easier. And then, no complications. I say, yes, buena. Yes, buena. And at the end of the day, I will do my NPC stuff. Go to sleep. Wash, rinse, and repeat. Bam! No creativity. No creativity. That's dangerous. It can get us into trouble. No creativity. No thinking differently. What does everybody think about that? Okay, that's it. That's what I will tell. That's it, man. I see the difference between them and you and me. Is it true we sent a signal, man? I believe it. They sent. Gen X ready for anything. We are ready. We are kind of dormant cells of the humanness and the freedom that all of us have inside, locked, that we wish. Maybe we will be the answer, maybe it will be a different generation, but I'm sure of one thing. We as Gen X will add the seeds and the information they need to realize that history they will tell in the future, they will lie in the future, is not all said, because Gen X said. If you know what I mean. I believe they sent. I not only believe they sent, I believe that everyone that can send signals sent signals. For some reason, because if they have the tools to do that, they will do. They did it, man, for sure. However, for some reason, we don't have that information yet. Maybe they are waiting, you know how they work, the media, wait, they work with timings, no? Wait until this time, then you'll release, whatever it is. So they know already if the signal had a response or not. What is weird is that thinking that they want to confirm it's not an alien, if they sent a signal or more, and they didn't get any response, it will be logical to immediately release that to the public, so to smash the alien hypothesis. The only reason I think that can be the reason of of hiding it is that the people that sent the signals are not mainstream. And they, for some reason, don't want to talk. It's what I think. Gen X being called up to rise, man. Yeah, it feels like aquarium. It feels like. Guys, I was with my wife this... it was on Saturday. We were in a place here, nearby, that was... She said to me, I was thinking that during the day, but I didn't tell anything. I had that feeling. But then at night, she told me something that I was feeling before. That was, it feels like here, we were talking about the place, it feels like we travel to the past. And to the past, the good past. To the past where... Because of the lack of McDonald's, of, those kind of things, shopping centers or malls, simple supermarkets only, just a few enough to people, and local staff, and nature, many nature, but loads of people. Not as in a city, but, man, how can I explain to you? This is wild, man. Wild nature being visited from people, but even the own nature that is visited, because it's crazy, it's not urbanized. It's not like you have to pay here to enter or to pass or... No, except the museums or whatever. The things that, cost money if you break. But the wild nature, free for everybody, we were in places that if I gave a step further, I will be falling into an endless airflow and will be gone. But you know, wild nature, people that live there live most of them almost off grid. Crazy, man, crazy. Kids without smartphones, kids playing it, and it was not Amish or nothing to do with that. It was natural. Surf, kids playing everywhere as we used to play. Gen X. It's still wild, yeah. Could I live there? I feel the need of some things of the system here. The axe, I still feel the need of, because of my kids. It's a bit weird. Thank you, Thomas Hayes, for gifting 10 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you so much. Would you live in a place like that? That people only go by walk, but not smart city. It's the opposite, man. Where everybody has a garden with vegetables, where you don't have a strict time schedule on the day, where you are most of the time in contact with nature. All is nature. No cinema, no supermarkets. Well, supermarket there are, but no, you know, no urban, no iPhone, no Apple stores, no, you know that. Would you live there, man? 10 Dobsonian Power memberships. Thank you, Thomas. Another resident from here. Welcome, everybody.
You are an explorer.
Guys, I was asking the lady that was, we were in an apartment, a house, and to go here, should I go by car or walking? And she said to me, I never pick a car here. I said, wow. I went by car. You know, I'm a kind of on grid, off grid. But crazy. I think it stopped. Of course, it's 10:15. Each time the object will be less and less visible. But we had a good 2 attempts here. Peaceful, healing energy. People today have lost connection with each other. Yeah. Camping out in nature, in safety, good times. Gen X in the house. Bam! Gen X, man, Gen X. I always say that 70s, 80s kids are living in the future. Probably, man. Sometimes I feel that. Didn't have to lock your front door. I didn't. Man, the door was not a door. She said, no, the door is the window. She gave me a key for the window. And she said, if you want to close. But then around me, everything was open. The cars, as in the past, man, we left in the past the cars, windows open. I still do that sometimes here, if it's nearby, but the doors with the keys there, I don't. But in the past we did that recently. No door locking. And man, you could live, now I can't. We could live in peace and I don't know. The most that could happen to me was arriving home and have a bag, a plastic bag with some oranges, some eggs from a neighbor. You see? We trust our neighbors. Exactly that. Is it true that it came from the same direction of the wow signal? Yes. That's another anomaly. that I forgot to tell. Two things when I talked about the origin from Sagittarius constellation. It's not only the core of our galaxy where it can be hidden. It's the WOW signal in 1977 came from that region, and also the Voyager 1. Voyager 1 is in that, was sent in that direction and is in that direction still, because the space is vast, right? And it is right in that direction. And the Voyager 1 is a probe that we have, that it's the one that we have that is more far away from here. It's the one that we have, Voyager 1. And it has a golden plate, golden record, with the information about human species, where we are located, how are we, music, stuff. The WOW signal is cool, man. It's a mystery, it still is a mystery. Look, the telescope is gone. I will land a spaceship. I just want to leave you, as you are residents, because you are here until the end. I will not comment. I will leave you with a footage, a small, very small footage of something that I want you to watch and think. It's an old footage from United States. And I want you, the year is, this is crazy, man. The year is 1966. The year is 1966. And I will put the footage, this is a few seconds only. 41 seconds. I'll put the footage here on the screen before I close the live stream. And I just want you to go in your lives. I hope you will be positive and have a great week. But thinking honestly with yourself, if you believe this was in 1966. If you now in 2025, do you buy that this was true or it was staged? Only that. It's on YouTube.
And that radio command link actually
Ran it in, but it wouldn't snap down. Okay.
actually it's a link along that tether line you see there, 25 feet of umbilical cord. That contains the life support system and communications link from the spacecraft life support system out through that chest pack.
Down, Tom. Down. Copy down.
Thank you very much for being here. I wish you a great rest of the week. I will see you in the next live stream. I don't know if tomorrow will be or the next day, but as soon as possible. Thank you. Bye-bye.